Every 6 months or so, I like to put out a video that features my daily grind, giving all of you some guidance on what you should do every single day inside of Diablo Immortal. And now that it's the very beginning of 2026, I figured it's a great time to give you a refreshed episode. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I appreciate you coming through. It is a Monday, which is the best day for refreshed events inside of the game. Everything refreshes, and there are so many opportunities for you to gain power quickly, to gain experience, and to just get some of your responsibilities done inside of the game. If you like Diablo Immortal, make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily videos. The first thing that I like to do on Monday mornings is head on over here to Nizza, the Familiar Keeper, and send out my pets on expeditions. I essentially wake up in the morning and get my pets sent out so they are not wasting any time. They're doing shadow contracts, they're going after the towers, and sometimes I have them run the sanctum for me if I want to as well. If you don't have familiars yet and this isn't available because you're a brand new player, it will be available soon enough and you can dive in and have your familiars help you out in that way. I think it's of great value. Now, I often will come on over here to Yak in the rarities and antiques, especially if I'm looking to get new essences, and I will buy 10 mystery weapons and 10 mystery primary armor. Do not buy the secondary armor or the jewelry. You will not get legendaries, but if you buy 10 of each of these, it can potentially give you some better gear and or some essences, which are the changes to your skills. I don't currently need any, so I'm not going to buy them right now, but this is something I would do on a daily basis if I was hunting for essences specifically. Next up is I'll head on over to an Elder Rift and I will do one run. I typically do it with 10 rare crests. If I don't have 10, I'll run it with 3, but I like to run at least one Elder Rift a day, up to at least 3 per day to get the maximum rewards. Also, if I feel like I can push myself over here in a challenge rift a little more, I will go between 1 and 5 levels higher to try and push myself so that I can essentially get more of these cryptic crystals, which at the end of the day are going to be upgrading our green pieces of gear. So challenge rifts are very important for that reason alone. Now, right by the Elder Rifts, we have this crest merchant, and every single Monday you have the ability to buy a legendary crest with platinum. That's right, platinum is the free currency that you earn inside of the game, or I should say it's actually the premium currency that you earn inside of the game, and you could earn it for free. So this is your opportunity to every single week get one rare legendary crest, and I'm talking about one of these red ones, not rare ones. Then if you're in a warband and you're running warband activities such as Heliquary and things like that, you can even buy an eternal legendary crest, which is making whatever gem you get from running sellable on the market. So it's another way for you to get platinum or a way for you to get a great legendary gem. I make sure that I grab both of these every single week, usually on Mondays. The bounty board is going to refresh for you as well on Mondays, and it's going to bring you, actually it refreshes for you every single day, and it's going to bring you 8 new bounties. You can do 8 per day, and if you don't log on for a couple of days, it stacks up to 24. So you can miss a few days and then still do your bounties and not miss out on them. I try to do at least my normal daily bounties. I saved a few today because, well, it's Monday and I was so far ahead on experience. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment as well. But doing your bounties is a great way to gain experience and different pieces of gear. Run those. It's probably one of the best uses of your time. After you're done running your bounties, you come over here to Derek, return them, and it gives you a nice chest that are going to give you some good rewards. Now, if you're holding any of the accursed towers, you may have some experience to grab, so make sure that you're not overflowing. As you could tell, I have very little here. It's because I grabbed my experience when I woke up this morning. Now, whether you put your pet through to run the sanctum or if you decide that you're going to run it yourself, it is always a good idea to do at least one, or to do one, not at least one, sanctum run per day. And I like to grab at least the first room's worth of chests, to grab those 4 or 5 chests. It's the best value for you on a daily basis so that you can unlock those aspirant keys. Remember, these are your aspirant keys, which allow you to upgrade your sanctum. And in upgrading the sanctum or the Herodrum, it's going to give you these bonus attributes which additionally add to your stats and make you stronger. Next, I like to come over to the Hilts Trader. Every Monday, the Hilts Trader has brand new goodies for us. I did just recently put out a video focusing on what I like to get from here, but to recap, every month you can get a legendary crest. That's your #1 priority. Every week, you can get a new telluric pearl. Remember, 40 telluric pearls, and then you can craft a legendary gem, 5-star quality. I always buy that every single Monday. Then my third priority are these normal gems. I'm always going to go in and buy any normal gems that I can here. This is end game stuff. And I also like to focus on sapphires. They are probably the highest of value normal gem inside of the game, giving you armor penetration. I'll also get myself the rare crest. If I have enough hilts, I'll get myself the rare crest as well, because these are going to allow you to, run more of the Elder Rifts, get more rewards, and essentially craft more gems from the materials you get from running Elder Rifts. Then you can either come over to Immortals if you are an Immortal. Currently, I'm a Shadow, so I'm not available. This is not available to me. But you also can come over to the limited time, and here, I'm going to get myself any normal gems that come through every single time. And sometimes I'll get myself the rare crests as well. This refreshes every day. The general refreshes every week. So if I didn't get all of the normal gems or all of the rare crests, I can come back and pick them up tomorrow, maybe when I unlocked some more hilts. Now, I don't know if you're a PvP kind of player. I do a lot more PvE inside of the game, but it's really a good idea to do some bounties, some battlegrounds every day as well, because you get yourself some rewards. Experience, mystery legendary items, some scrap, and some gold. So as you can tell, I'm only in silver right here. I don't frequent battlegrounds, but doing a couple of battles per day, if you could stomach it, if you're not getting spanked around so much that it's a terrible experience for you, it's not a bad idea to do a few. If it's really just not enjoyable, it's something that you could probably skip. On a daily level, it's important to run dungeons. And as you can see right here, you should run at least a minimum of 3 dungeons per day, because it's going to give you a free high quality green piece of gear. Let's be honest, a lot of times it's not high quality, but you could at least scrap it and then use it to craft another piece of gear. It's also going to give you some of the ancient artifacts that are going to allow you to craft some gear that is extremely high value. So for me, I make sure I run at least 3 dungeons a day. I probably do more like 10 to 20 per day, but if that's not you, make sure you're at least doing 3, and enough activity here to earn these 3 chests, because these 3 chests are going to give you some nice rewards, even some platinum when you get to that final chest. You should have 0 problems doing your daily activity rewards by doing just 3 dungeons per day and doing your bounties. You'll get all of these chests and all of this, and then you could play what you want to gain some additional experience. So let me share with you guys some of the things that I like to do to get some additional experience. And when you're going a little bit beyond the let's play 30 minutes a day, if you're a 30 minutes a day player, you're doing bounties and dungeons, and that's probably it. But if you want to go beyond that, these are the ways that you can get the best gear and some of the best experience. All right, so I'm down here in the basement of Deckard Cain to show you on the map. It's right over here in West March. But over here, some of the best rewards you'll get inside of the game are from Vanguard. Run with a party of 4. The rewards are actually insane, giving you tons of legendary pieces of gear. Vanguard is one of my favorite things to run as soon as I'm done with my daily items. You also can do a nice job and get a whole bunch of stuff here running the Abyssal Verge. Very simple. Both of these are, I don't want to say simple like they're easy to do, but they're very quick game modes, giving you a lot of rewards for the small amount of time that you're actually in there. And you'll also get yourself materials, abyssal essences, that you can then use to craft runes. And runes are other things to upgrade your builds that you will put into your primary gear when you get a little bit later on in the game, if you're not there already. So Abyssal Verge and Vanguard, 2 really smart things to do. You can run the Gate to Erebon, but it's probably my least favorite of the 3. Maybe you'll like it and prefer to do that. Now, I'm always going to try to find myself some Terror Rifts, and these are always available inside of the game. To find them, all you gotta do is you come on over to the map, the main map right here, showing you all the zones, and you'll see an icon right here. It shows me, oh, the Terror Rift is right here in Mount Zevane. Then you look on the map on Mount Zevane, my icon is over it right now. You say, okay, I want to teleport here and run this Terror Rift. In running Terror Rifts, you're going to get yourself at least 1 Terror Essence. These can either be sold in the market for pretty high value if you have no interest in using them to upgrade your bounties and potentially get better gear, or you can upgrade your bounties, take on a boss instead of running the 4 bounties, and potentially get some better gear. For absolutely free-to-play players that are hungry for platinum, you could buy you could run these and sell them and get a whole bunch of platinum, which is going to be very valuable to you. You also can get yourself some rhodiolyte, a bunch of gear as well, and experience. This is important to do. I recommend you do about 10 of these per week, and it's going to give you some good Terror Rift rewards, and it's probably a good use of your time. It's not the quickest run. You're going to be taking down 4 different pillars throughout, and if you're lucky, you will get yourself not only 1, but 2 Terror Essence per run. You are guaranteed to get yourself at least 1 of them, though. Remember, guys, you could farm yourself 12 normal gems per day inside of the game, and you really want to do that because normal gems are what really take you to the most powerful level. A lot of players believe, at least when you're starting, that legendary gems are the most important things. Now, they obviously are very important, but those normal gems are where people really get stuck with the power and have a hard time getting the upgrades. And for some reason, why can't I click on this right now? There we go, click, there we are. These are the hardest things to upgrade. They're expensive with platinum if you're trying to buy them on the market, especially if you're free to play and have limited sources of platinum. So whenever you can get yourself normal gems, you're going to want to farm them and pick them up with the Hilts, as we spoke earlier on. Now, you may be asking, why are Mondays so important? Well, every single Monday, the server paragon level increases by 10. So it's Monday morning right now. As of Sunday night, I was paragon 1232 and the server paragon was 1220. I woke up this morning, the server paragon is 1230. Why is this important? Well, the lower you are below server paragon, the more experience rewards you're earning. Notice as of this morning, I haven't even done anything inside of the game, and I am 2 levels above server paragon level, and that's after it just refreshed this morning. I'm only receiving 80% rewards being 2 levels above server paragon. So the lower you are below, the more percentage rewards you're getting, up to something like 1,600 times, which is going to make you be able to progress through the game more quickly. But the further I get above server paragon level, the lower my experience goes, down to like 10% rewards. So for someone that's at server paragon level, they do something, they run an Elder Rift, they get 100% of the rewards for doing that. If I run that same Elder Rift, even alongside of them, I'm only getting 10% of what they're getting because I am above server paragon level. This is how Blizzard keeps players from getting too far ahead. And that's also why Mondays are super important. It's the day that everything refreshes and that you can collect and really get the most experience, because no matter where you are, above or below server paragon, you're getting more experience at the start of the week. Now, something that I do that some players decide to do and some don't is I save all of my battle pass rewards. Keep in mind, you don't want to save them until the battle pass ends because you'll lose everything, but I save all of my battle pass rewards and claim them. I actually do it at the end of the month. But a lot of players will save them until Mondays and collect them then. Why? Because on Mondays, the server paragon jumped, and you're then able to collect those rewards and get more experience for the same rewards you would have collected the day before and gotten less experience for them. So a lot of players will save these for Mondays to collect. I've waited, now I collect them once per month. All right. Also right here, you'll notice you can get up to, every week there's a cap. I maxed out my cap on week 3 at 7,200. Now I can get up to 9,600 battle point rewards. I'm going to try to max that out and keep collecting these until next Monday is when I will claim them, because this is over in 9 days and 18 hours. 7 days from today is going to be a Monday, which is an opportune day to do the collection. I'll collect all of my battle pass rewards and I will probably gain 15 to 20 paragon levels, and I will complete in full plus overdo this entire battle pass, and I will get a whole bunch of these chests at the end. Gifts of the Renown, 10, 20, 30, 40 of these chests, giving me more hilts and more additional scrap. So I personally like to save battle pass points. You don't have to if you don't want to. Now, let's talk about if you are a shadow. Every day that you're a shadow, there are new activities that you can do, or I should say there are new activities that you could do on a weekly basis as a shadow. That's going to, one, boost up your shadow clan, putting you in a better position for competition, and give you more experience and rewards, and more of these chests as well, which will give you hilts. I had completed all of my shadow duties last week, and I had a few days where there was nothing for me to do as a shadow. And now it's Monday and they have all refreshed. Same thing if you're immortal. If you are an immortal, the duties are different, but every Monday they are going to refresh, and you're going to have new things to do to, one, help your clan, which is the most important part, and two, help progress your account, which is also quite nice. Now, speaking of that, once per day, actually there's 2 times per day, as a shadow, you should be collecting your blessings. We're gonna go right there right now. This is only available to players that are shadows. If you are not a shadow, you cannot enter the Court of Whispers. But 2 times per day, you're gonna come over here into the Court of Whispers and you're gonna be collecting your blessings. It's not available right now. It's typically available at 12 p.m. server time and 7 p.m. server time. And right inside of this room, you and teammates will be collecting blessings, sharing blessings with one another. This, one, supports your shadow clan, getting yourself sigils so that they can progress, and 2, gives you experience. This is another thing that you want to do every single day because, 1, it's social and promotes the game, and 2, it gives you experience. And actually, 3, it also promotes your clan. Now, of course, there are a lot more things you can do on a daily basis inside of the game. The game has a ton of depth, but these are some of the biggest rewarding things you can do. Some of the best use of your time. If you're someone that wants to spend 2, 3, 4 hours per day inside of the game, yes, there's a lot more that you can do. But for those of you that want to have limited time, you now understand some of the most effective uses of your time to, 1, support your clan, and 2, support your account with large amounts of XP and solid progression. If you're looking to see more about Diablo Immortal, I recommend you subscribe to the channel, especially if you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.